Okay, we're going to cover the new RGB overlay module from NCTech. The purpose of this is to take your scan data and colorize it using the iSTAR HDR imagery. What we have here is a scan from a Leica C10, and we've taken this image into, well, it's a scan which has been converted to an intensity map, and in here we have also overlaid an image from iSTAR, and in the image you can see the C10 that was used. So this is a full 360 degree image from both the scanner and from the iSTAR. So the colour information is from the iSTAR, and the black and white information that you'll see will be from the laser scanner. So what we're trying to do here is match the colour information to the scan data. Now, conventional stitching methods mean that the two normally do not match very well, and there's misalignment between the two. So what we've drawn here is some guides on the Photoshop file, and we've created some identifying sort of points in the image here where the rooftop and the aerial, and you can see the colour information doesn't sit exactly where the scan data is saying it should be. And even using third-party stitching programs, you'll see that this does not match. So it's a common issue across all types of stitching software and camera systems. To get it to match is very difficult. Now, so what we're looking for here, if I scan down here, we'll find some objects which are in the distance, as they seem to, highlight the issue, show the issue more easily, more apparently. So if I zoom in on the rooftop there, we've got a guide which is right on the top of the roof, and as you can see in the colour image, it is no longer on the rooftop, it's down the side. So there's quite bad misalignment there in the distance. If I look over in the distance, further in the distance, really getting to the maximum range of the scanner, you've got the side of this building there, and you can see where the crosshairs are, the building is significantly out of position compared to where the scan data says it should be. So if we zoom back out and we look over, and again at the very limits of the scan, if we look into the distance there, we've got a house, we've got the guides on the rooftop along the windows, and again it's misaligned. So it's clearly not matching. No matter what stitching solution you use, to get the images to overlay is very difficult. So what we do now is we run it through the new NCTech RGB overlay module, which reads the raw data straight from iSTAR and maps it directly to the point cloud, so therefore colorizing your point cloud without needing to stitch. So let's look at the same aerial and rooftop. We've got the same guides in the same position, so you can see the aerial here. And if we flick to the image, still the same iSTAR image, and you can see now it's very tightly aligned. If we go down to the house down below, there was a rooftop just down here. We've got the guides on the very top of the roof there. Again, this wasn't aligned before, it was significantly jump to the right, and here we go, we have very tight alignment, almost no movement whatsoever on that. If we look over into the distance, this is in the very extreme range across the windows. You can see there a very good alignment. There's maybe a shift of a pixel there. And we zoom out, so it's quite far away. There's the building in the far left over here. Let's go back over to that one. That had the worst misalignment from the normal stitch method. So let's go back and inspect that. We've got a guide on the wall on the edge of that building, next to top styles, it said there. So if we zoom in there, and if you follow that guide, and then we'll compare it to the new iSTAR image, and as you can see, it's perfectly overlaid. That's pixel perfect. And that's quite far away. If we zoom back out, you can see just how far away that measurement has been taken from the laser scan. So very, very good alignment. And again, that should be the case throughout the entire scene. So whether we look at the light here on the side of the wall, there we go. We're very good alignment. So we zoom out, and if we look into the distance over to the other side of the image, in fact there's a building in the background. Now the iSTAR can see it, but the laser scan can't. It's just too far. You can see everything else around it was aligned there. So if we look down, there's a road sign just at the edge of the road. It stands out very clearly on the laser scan. So let's zoom in on that. And just try and go as far as we can. There we go. You can see the pixels now within the iSTAR image. There we go. And if we flick it to the scan, there you go. Perfect alignment. Pixel perfect alignment. Come back out and have a look at something else in the distance. To the right of the image, there's rooftops. If we have a look at the overall rooftops, there we are. You can see where the scan fades out as the distance gets too great. And if we zoom in on the rooftop here, let's see if there's any movement. That looks almost perfect. So the new NCTech RGB overlay module allows you to map iSTAR color information to any laser scanner point cloud information directly from the raw, no stitching, for accurate results.